As Gareth Bale leads Wales to historic World Cup, the question is, where does his club future lie after summer transfer? Gareth Bale, who else? The Wales captain proved the hero once again after his 34th-minute free kick, headed into his own net by Ukraine's Andriy Yarmolenko, sent his country to a first World Cup finals in 64 years. Bale fired the Dragons into this playoff final thanks to his stunning two-goal salvo, including a spectacular set-piece against Austria in March. The Real Madrid superstar ran off in celebration after his latest free kick strike at a rain-soaked Cardiff City Stadium. But when Wales' record goalscorer watches a replay of the left-footed shot, even he will realize he can't claim that one to add to his 38 international goals. It was an unfortunate mistake from Yarmolenko, but the West Ham wideman had dropped so deep towards goal he was asking for trouble as his header on a skiddy surface flew past Ukraine goalkeeper Georgy Bushchin. On the eve of this crunch playoff against war-torn Ukraine, Bale said qualifying for the World Cup was the missing piece on his impressive CV for his country. Bale has already played in 2 Euros finals for Wales, broken Ian Rush's goal-scoring record and notched 100 caps. The 32-year-old was desperate to represent Wales on the biggest stage of all. Some of the world's greatest players, Alfredo Di Stefano, Duncan Edwards, George Best, George Weah, Ryan Giggs to name a few, never got the chance to grace a global finals. Sun Bingo get £50 bonus and 50 free spins today, but talisman Bale will lead his teammates against arch-rivals England, Iran, and USA in Qatar. Now the big question will be, where does the 5-time Champions League winner play at club level next season? Earlier this week, Bale formally announced he was leaving Real Madrid when his contract expires at the end of this month. Ex-Southampton and Tottenham star Bale tried to play down retirement talk if Wales failed to qualify, and then also grinned when he teased, "I've got loads of offers for a new home." Bale, born in Cardiff, has been heavily linked with a move to the Championship with the Bluebirds. While the golf nut could find a switch to the MLS in America extremely appealing, Wales fans will want to know what the next step of a glittering career is. Bale is adored in Wales, and yesterday he received the loudest cheers from the Red Wall as the stadium announcer read out the teams. Then Bale headed for the changing room after the warm-up to a chorus of "Viva Gareth Bale." All eyes were on him. He had delivered for Wales so often, but did he have one last moment of magic in his locker? Bale led his men out before a stirring rendition of the Welsh national anthem followed. Despite showing a caution to Joe Allen inside 2 minutes, Spanish official Antonio Miguel Matula has told Bale to get up after he appealed for a free kick. It was a frantic start with Wales talisman struggling to get into the game. Bale skied a 20th-minute effort which flew high over the crossbar from distance. Then came the big moment. Dan James was fouled by Ruslan Malinovsky. Bale stepped up from an acute angle 25 yards out on the left side of the penalty box and Yarmolenko headed home. Wales were second best for long periods and owed keeper Wayne Hennessy and defender Ben Davies for superb displays to keep Ukraine at bay. Bale worked his socks off and, after Brennan Johnson volleyed against a post, he had the chance to finish Ukrainians off, only to see his shot saved by Bushchin. This was not one of Bale's finest performances in a Wales shirt, but he still got a standing ovation when he was replaced by Harry Wilson with 8 minutes left. But as he said himself on Saturday at his pre-match press conference, "Even if I play terribly, as long as we win I do not care." And Bale will not care one bit now. Wales have copied the boys of 1958 by qualifying for the World Cup.